Today I want to talk a little bit about compassion, and specifically I want to talk about compassion towards ourselves, a place where it's often the hardest to practice. So I know and I work with a lot of high performers, people who push themselves to be really great in all areas of their lives, and their work and their fitness and their spirituality and their family lives. They have this really strong drive to be excellent at kind of everything they do. And they're often really generous and compassionate with others, but they're almost always pretty hard on themselves. If they don't perform up to their own standards, they tend to have this punitive response and punish themselves by working twice as hard or kind of verbally abusing themselves for not doing as good as they wanted to. If they had talked to their friends in the same way that they talked to themselves, they probably wouldn't have a lot of friends left. So I suspect that you already know that this is maybe not such a helpful approach to, happiness and well-being. And many of us have this old story that if we're really hard on ourselves, like a drill sergeant or something, that we'll perform better. And that's just not true. I can push myself really hard and I can stay well outside of my comfort zone for a long period of time and still be kind and compassionate and even forgiving to myself. So how do we have a more kind and compassionate response to ourselves when we're not operating at the level that we want to be at? Well, not that you asked, but my unsolicited advice would be to learn to recognize that old story when it pops up, catch it in real time and realize it for what it is, which is bullshit. Replace that story with some kindness and some friendliness, the kind of self-talk that actually, helps you make positive changes in your life instead of just making you feel like shit. And then the last thing that I would say is call yourself out in front of somebody that you trust, that is safe with you, like a friend or a partner. If you catch this stuff going on, say it to them in real time and see if they don't support you in a way that's really helpful. Practice kindness and compassion with yourself. Give yourself a break. You're only human. You're absolutely going to make a lot more mistakes in this life. Let go of that old story that being hard on yourself makes you stronger or better. It just doesn't. It just makes you miserable and self-loathing. Try to treat yourself with as much kindness and compassion as you would treat your friends or your family, and see if that doesn't make life a lot more worth living.